It's a great pleasure to welcome you today to celebrate this incredible success and the experiences of our top Sudbury Regional Science Fair winners who went to the Canada-wide Science Fair and or to the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair.
Yeah, I can't tell you how proud we are of our students, and not only our students, but also the schools in which they represent, and of course the board, and of course the parents that supported them along the way. So it's just been so inspiring, and you know, you look for those moments in time where you can look back and say, boy, we had an impact. And these kids are living examples of what we could do potentially on a year-to-year basis. So we're just extremely proud of our students and the support they receive from the City of Sudbury.
So what I did for my project is I developed a heater that heats windshield washer fluid for your car windshield, which will then be sprayed on the windshield and melt ice and snow during snowstorm, freezing rain, and all kinds of stuff like that. It's controlled two ways, either wirelessly through your phone or through a push-button switch with a timing circuit board that automatically will shut it off. And the wireless way has an app that will shut it off automatically.
And what inspired this project?
My parents, they complain a lot, and they drive to work a lot, and I'm usually the one sent down in the morning to de-ice the car to go to school, so I thought there must be a better way to do this. So I have installed it in my dad's spare car, and I am working on installing it right now in his pickup and my mom's Expedition.
So how has their response been to the product?
They love it. They love it, absolutely, and they're never buying a car again unless I put it in.
I mean, it really, really intrigues me in that kids are very focused on being socially conscious and trying to make sure things work and that will benefit families, benefit kids, benefit our lifestyles. So it's kind of neat over the years to see how things have evolved, so we're very pleased about that.
So my project was a neuropsychiatric wearable system that used cognitive behavioral therapy to treat mental illness. So I built a wearable that measured a user's heart rate, skin tension, and skin temperature, and linked these physical symptoms to various aspects of major depressive and general anxiety disorder, then sent these physical responses using Bluetooth to an Android app that I created, and into which I incorporated machine learning algorithms, which fed off the data produced, established a baseline for the user, and was thereby able to create a biofeedback loop, which utilized cognitive behavioral therapy to help the user treat and diagnose their illness. The main sort of processing behind my project was the fact that mental illness is so prevalent in our society and that there are so many barriers that face easy access to mental health treatment, as well with cost, resources, and accessibility being the main factors. And I really wanted to create a system for mental health treatment that was accessible to a wide demographic of people and something that could be applicable in everyday life.
These are kids that will someday have a major impact, whether it's environmental science or whether it's with dark matter. So I mean, there's so many opportunities for these kids going forward, and I think we're the benefactors of that, and that's what makes it really exciting. The fact that they're from Sudbury and the fact that they will have their footprint at an international level.
So my project is about using machine learning to detect dark matter. So dark matter is a mysterious and so far undetected form of matter that is thought to exist because of some large-scale observations of gravitational effects that have been observed. So many experiments are being developed in the efforts of directly detecting dark matter. However, this is difficult because if it exists, it interacts only very rarely with regular matter. So one of the key challenges associated with these experiments is the fact that it can be difficult to distinguish what particles are dark matter and which are background radiation, which is naturally occurring and comes from sources such as radioactive atoms. In my project, I've developed new methods based on machine learning and neural networks to make this more efficient and more accurate. So I'm developing classifiers using machine learning, which is a piece of software that takes attributes of an event that is recorded and predicts whether that event is dark matter or background radiation. And machine learning refers to methods which can learn from data rather than being manually programmed. So I'm taking past data from these experiments and using that to train a classifier to predict whether future particles that are detected are actually dark matter or not. So I was inspired. Well, I've always been interested in astrophysics. I found it absolutely fascinating. The many different experiments that physicists are using to try and find out what the universe is made of. So I was really inspired by this and thought it would be amazing if I could somehow contribute to this incredible field. Additionally, I've been doing machine learning for a number of years, and I saw some new applications in this field that are quite different from what's most commonly done with machine learning. Science fairs are incredible because, in school you go through a fairly prescribed curriculum that, you learn a specific set of topics. And this is good, but what science fair gives you the opportunity to do is, in addition to what you learn in school, to pick something that you find interesting and to dive very deep and develop your own project. And really, I've found that the process of learning by trial and error and experimenting and doing all these things teaches you so much more than you could ever learn in a classroom.